This will be our MZ. Okay, so we find our MY is equal to 10 times 10 to the power 3 sine 20. Okay, so sine 20, 3420.2 Newton meter, and MZ is equal to 10 times 10 to the power 3 cos 20. Okay, so 10 power 3 times cos 20 is 9396.9 Newton meter. Okay, so this is a straight. So next is the IYY and IZZ. Okay, so we're going to find IYY. All right. So YY, the position. So I'll draw the axis of. So we're going to find IYY. Okay, so the axis of interest is the YY axis. So I'm going to draw the YY axis. Okay, so this is the axis of interest. Okay, so this is the axis of interest. So this is YY. All right, so this is our YY. So when so immediately write down if there's a YY, parallel to the axis is the width, perpendicular to the axis is the what? It's the depth. Okay, but before we can find IYY, we need to locate the position of the centroid, because I have not a clue where it is. Okay, I don't know where it is. Okay, so we have to locate the position of the centroid. So I'm going to divide this into 2. Okay, so I'm going to call this 1, and this is my section 2. Okay, so this is my section 1. And my section 2. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to label it this way. Okay, so I'm going to have my width multiplied by my depth. Okay, so the width multiplied by, so the width is dependent on what is this width and this depth. Okay, so section number 1, the width is 3 plus 3, so this will be equal to 8. The depth will be 2, so this is 16, right? And section number 2, the width is 2, the depth is 4, so this will be equal to 8. And you do a summation over here, so this will be equal to 24. Okay, so the next one, all right, the next one is your Y bar. So the Y bar is the individual or the section centroid, okay, relative to datum. Okay, so I'm going to put my datum over here. So the individual centroid, right, is here. I do apologize. Okay, this should be Z bar. Why? Because it's in the Z direction. Okay, so the distance from here to here is our Z bar. Okay, not Z prime, sorry. Z So to here is our Z bar 1. Okay. And then the distance from, this is just a sketch, okay, from here to here is our Z bar 2. Okay. So Z bar 1 is equal to 2 divided by, or is equal to 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1, right? And at 2 is equal to 2 plus by 4 divided by 2. Because it's relative to the datum, it's relative to this line, the datum over here, right? So you have to add the 2. So this is equal to 4, right? And then once you have that, the last column will be equal to W D Z bar. So this is equal to 16, right? So 16 times 1 is 16. 8 times 4 is 32, right? So this is equal to 48. Okay. So that's why I'm telling you that the centroid is geometrical, right? The neutral axis is stress base. Okay. So the centroid, big Z bar, is equal to 48 divided by 24. So this is equal to what? 2 inches. All right. So now we know the centroid. The centroid is 2 inches. Okay. So now we want to find IYY. Okay. So to find IYY is equal to width times depth cube divided by 12 plus by the area multiplied by the global centroid minus by the small centroid, or the section centroid, small z. I try to small z and square. Okay. So now this is why I like to label. Now I'm not looking at the figure, but I can still work this out because of the way I arrange the numbers. Okay. Or the table, this table. Okay. So this table, how we arrange this table helps in calculating your IYY. Okay. So IYY1, as I say, I'm not looking at the figure now, right? IYY1, right? So the width is 8, depth is 2 cubed divided by 12, plus by the area, that is 16. Z bar is 2, minus by Z, which is 1, the whole thing squared. Okay, so this will be equal to 2 power 3 times 8 divided by 12 plus by 16 is equal to 21. So this is equal to 64 over 3 inches cubed. So what I did is I did not look at the geometry. I just follow the table. So I just bring this down here. Okay, I just bring this down here. Okay, bring mindless. Okay, the table, arranging the table is so important. And then I just do this. And this is one way that will reduce you making mistake. Okay, that's it. Okay, again, I can find IYY2. Okay, IYY2 is equal, so so I just put 2, 4 cube 12 plus by the area is 8, and then 2 minus by what? By 4 squared. Okay, again 3 divided by 12 plus by 8 times by 4. So it's equal to 128 over 3 inches cubed. Again, if I draw the arrow for you guys to see, okay, so I would strongly advise you guys to use this method, because by using this method, you don't make so much mistake. If you look at the diagram and you don't organize your data properly, you tend to make a lot of what? Mistake. So this is one foolproof way. I would have this program on Excel. Okay, it's so easy to use. Okay, you can do it on your own. All right, the pattern is always the what? Same. Okay, so the last part I'm going to do, okay, I don't think I can complete. We're going to find IZZ. Okay, so I'm going to like Okay, so IZZ is the axis of interest is here. Okay, so this is the axis of interest. Right, so this is your ZZ, yes or no? Right, so parallel to the axis, this is your wave, and over here, this is your depth. And we know the position of the centroid by observation. Okay, so by observation, right, the centroid is on the what? Z-axis. Right, so that makes our life easier. We don't need to find the centroid, right? So we again divide this. This is our 1, and that's our 2. Okay, so I Z 1. So all we need to do now, the formula is still the same, right? So width is 2, depth is 3 plus 3, 6, 8 cube over 12. Now the other one is equal to 0. I'll tell you why. Okay, so the area is 2 times 8, right? The centroid either from the top or the bottom, so is what? 6. So it's 4 minus 4 squared, right? So this is as good as 0, right? So this will be 8 power of 3 times 2 divided by 12 is equal to 256 over. Wait. Did I get this right? Hold on. IZZ. Yeah, it's 256 over 3. And IZZ2, right, is again the width is 4. The depth is 2 cube over 12. Right? And then if we're going to do the other side of the formula, you can in fact drop it, but I'm just putting in so you can observe it. So it is equal to 1 minus 1 squared. Okay, so 2 power 3 times 4 divided by 12 is equal to 8 over 3. Okay, so this is equal to 8 over 3 inches to power 4 inches to power 4. I do apologize, I make mistake over here. It's not cube 4. So finally, we know that IYY is equal to 64 over 3 plus by 128 over 3, right? So 64 over 3 plus 128 over 3 is equal to 64 inches to power 4. And then IZZ is equal to 256 over 3 plus by 8 over 3. Okay, so 256 over 3 plus 8 over 3 is equal to 88. Okay, so we found our IYY and IZZ. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Thank you for your time. I'll see you guys on Thursday, 7 o'clock. Okay, thank you. Okay, I will upload all this on Avenue to Learn, so do not worry. Yeah.